Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Patti, I love your hat.
I love yours too.
Oh, that's right. I have one. I think I'm Mrs. Santa today.
You look very festive.
Well, Patti, let's celebrate Christmas here on Always Ageless. Should we?
Yep.
Let's celebrate with a little glass of sparkling cider.
There you go.
Okay. Cheers to all.
Very yummy.
Perfect way to get our show started today.
That is.
One thing that comes with Christmas is shopping. We need to shop, and sometimes people think it's hard to shop for their parents or for people who are a little bit older adults. So we're going to today give them some ideas. What do you think?
I think that's great, and it doesn't all have to be memory games or anything else that says we're older.
That's exactly right. We're going to have some fun today. So we are going to introduce the Always Ageless Holiday Gift Guide.
I love this. This is the inaugural year.
The inaugural year, absolutely, absolutely. And actually, I was a little surprised when we started this list how many items there were, right?
There are a lot, and a lot of people put down a lot of different items, but you broke it down into categories, which I love. So, because not everybody aging is the same. Everybody has a different lifestyle.
And it's stage, not age,
That's
right? Exactly,
Love that
exactly. And you know, sometimes I saw on Facebook, there were some people who had lists of ideas of gifts for their parents. And it was chocolate, which is good. And we have some of that here today. And socks and things like that. Well, those are nice. And we have some of those on our list, don't we?
We do.
But some of that's a little boring. And every father doesn't want a pair of socks. Because I know my brother-in-law gives me crazy socks every year for Christmas, and I have every pair with the tags still on. So how about today? Where do you think we should start?
I think the category as far as active seniors.
Okay, all right. Because everybody isn't old and decrepit and sitting in a rocking chair,
No,
right?
absolutely.
But we have something for those people as well, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right, so let's start with gifts for the active and on-the-go adults. Those are it's the go-go category,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Well, good. So this is for people who are traveling, they're walking, they're adventuring, and they are enjoying life full throttle.
That's
Does that sound
exactly
good,
right.
Patti?
Yes, it does. Yes,
Great.
it does.
That's kind of like us, don't you think?
I think so, at least so far.
We think so. All right, good.
I
good.
can still drive.
Absolutely. Yes, we still drive, that's for sure. So this could be for people of any age, even into their 90s, and we've seen some people into 100 that are still out traveling and enjoying the world everywhere.
Yep.
All right, so where should we start? What's your first suggestion?
Well, mine is, and I brought one just to show, because we both have our list. But because of just as we age, as far as with suitcases, they get heavy, they get bulky. Airlines are tightening down as far as what size you can bring on. So I brought our newest.
Oh my goodness, Patti, you brought a suitcase.
I did.
Look at that.
I did.
Oh, show us, tell us about this.
It can roll all around. It's like before you had to just do it one way. This is fantastic. So my husband Rich and I, we got some for a trip that we had to go on. It's great, and it holds a lot of stuff inside.
And it's orange.
And it's orange. You get multiple colors, and it's an Amazon brand.
Wow.
Yeah, $55. Well, it expands.
Well, that's good.
It's been a few months since I've used it. So you open it up, and thank goodness the website has it. But it's just, it's nothing fancy. You just have the two different sizes. But the best part is it fits under your seat as well as on.
Oh, it does?
And it fits upstairs or like on the cabinets. But the best part is the way it rolls, because you don't have to just go one way. You can make a jog, or you can do, different turns and stuff, and then it just turns with you. So I love this. It's the best suitcase I've ever had.
And we know we want something where we can roll.
That's exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly.
I love this.
Well, that's good. Thank you for showing us that. And you got it on
Absolutely.
Amazon. It was only about $55.
Yep.
Well, that's a deal. I need to keep that one in mind. And by the way, to our listeners and our viewers, we're going to have a link with a list of all of these and how you can buy them. So if you see something today that you like, don't worry, you'll be able to buy it for yourself. Well, along with our travelers, it was something that I saw the other night when I was walking in my neighborhood, was somebody had a reflective walking vest.
Yes.
What a great idea, because I live in a community where there's a lot of sidewalks where people go that don't have lights. So they're not really jaywalking, but nobody can see them, especially at night. So they're out walking, it's dark, you can't see them, there's no street lights right there on that corner. And if people would wear these reflective walking vests, that would be so much safer for them.
Oh, yeah.
And for us as drivers.
Yep.
So what a good idea.
Exactly.
Where do you think they can get those?
Well, on Amazon.
Sure. We have one on our website already today that we picked out. And they're attractive. You know, they don't look like construction workers.
No,
they're really
no.
nice fitting, and they're reflective for women and men. Probably you could even get something in pink, don't you think?
I would think so, and if not, then you and I are starting a
We'll
company.
have to start a company with pink reflective vests. I think so.
We'll just add on something else to your shoulders.
Great idea. Great idea. Good idea. Well, you know, the other thing I saw on a suggestion of lists is walking poles. Do you think anybody would use those like trekking poles?
A lot of people do.
Really?
A lot of people that are walking as far as on the trails around, they're using them. I see them in Huntington Beach on the bird trails, I call it, in
sure.
Bolsa Chica. And even walking as far as on the sidewalk, just for more stability. So I see a lot of people with them now.
Huh. So they must not be as long as ski poles, really, huh? Maybe they're a little bit more flexible.
No, they're not as long as ski poles. But a lot of people do use them.
So I saw that they can get compact ones that are just for walking trails and city exploring. So that would be good. Yeah, that might be nice. And what about if they're out walking and they get a little rain? Then what are they going to do, Patti?
Well, you have a lightweight raincoat that you can pack, and it comes in just a little compact little bag, and then you just unzip it, put it on.
Just hook it right onto your belt?
You can hook it on, put it in your pocket, do whatever you want with it.
What a great idea. And even something that's just a windbreaker that just breaks the wind if you're out on a windy day. And I know you could stuff some of those into your pocket. My husband has one that like it folds up just like into this little packet.
Oh yeah, they're tiny. Yeah, I've gotten them before. And they're very tiny, very lightweight. So it takes up no room whatsoever.
Well, that would be a good idea. And here's one of those little rain ponchos.
There it is.
Look at how small this folds up. Isn't that great?
Yeah. They even have them smaller too, like a deck of cards smaller.
Wow. This is, and one size fits all.
There you go.
And it goes all the way down to your knees. So that's great. There we go. There's a poncho. So there's 4 things that have to do for people who like to be outside.
Yep.
Right? We have our day pack for people, and we have a walking vest, and the trekking poles, and a rain jacket or a windbreaker. Well, that sounds like a pretty good start.
And you can use all those when you do a wine flight or the vineyard tour. I love that you put that on your list.
You know, I've got to have a vineyard tour on my list, Patti. You know that the Wine Exchange, now Spectrum Wine Auctions, is one of our sponsors. So we have to be sure that we promote them in our show also. So when we get down there, we're going to talk about wine as a gift for people, no matter what their budget is.
Yep.
Okay? Alrighty. Now, while people are out, Patti, what if they want to like watch for birds, or maybe they're at a game?
They have the lightweight binoculars.
Oh,
and they're tiny.
Binoculars.
Or at a concert. You can
idea.
You can use them for pretty much anything. I can use them to see if my grandchildren are coming down the sidewalk.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, we always know because their dog comes first.
Oh, there you go.
We see Tootsie first, then we know the grandkids are coming. Tootsie runs ahead. Well, that was before we babysat for her for a week. We're not sure she's going to come back again. But she might. Okay, so binoculars. You have any idea how much those might be?
I've seen them for, $50, and I'm sure you can go up to several $100s. It just depends on the quality. If you just need to see something far away, I would say about $50.
That's probably good. And what if you want to hear something? Now, I have wireless earphones, like Apple. Is that what you would call like the Apple?
Well, they have them for Samsung too.
Oh, do
so
they?
it's earbuds, and so they have the wireless kind. Yeah.
And when do people wear those? I mean,
everywhere.
On the airplane and every place like that. walking.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be afraid, like, maybe you won't hear somebody? It's like,
I don't think they care. No matter where we go, they've got them in. They even have backpacks that have the electrical so that you can plug it in, because you'll never be without juice.
Oh,
So
that's a
they're
good
always
idea.
recharging.
so you have a little charger in your backpack,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you can plug in your
Yeah,
ear.
it's built into the backpack.
What a great idea.
Mhm.
What a great idea. And that would be good for any aging person who's out by themselves, because you want to make sure, one of the things, Patti, we want to make sure is that our older adult people can always reach someone.
Yes, yes. And to keep,
Right.
even if anything, you can get an extra battery pack, and they're about $20. So as far as, you don't have to get a really expensive one, but battery packs are about $20. You should always carry one with you. And if you're going on a trip, if you're going on a long walk, it would be a good thing.
Do you have a brand? So we talked about over-the-ear headphones and noise-canceling headphones. So really, what is a noise-canceling headphone? What does that mean?
People use them on airplanes, and it's all it is, some are quiet and it just literally blocks out all sound. Some have like a static sound just to keep your mind as far as, busy, so you don't have to hear all the outside noise. I personally want to use it to be able to get rid of the tinnitus that I have. And I heard that that's really good for that. Yeah.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if people are sensitive to noise, or if it's hard for them, and it's hard for older people, especially if they're out, like if we take my mom to the mall or something, it's too much, too much noise and too much interference, and it's too hard for her.
Yep.
So that would be good. And I know that we had some a long time ago. They were a Bose brand.
Oh, those are
Both
nice. Yeah,
so they
that's
were
like the
little-
top of the line.
Yeah, but we don't have to have those anymore. And I think now with technology, there's probably more of them that are available. You
Oh,
won't have
absolutely.
to, not just that brand. 'Cause
No,
I think when they
no.
just started, that was kind of like the name brand, right?
Well,
That
sure,
Bose.
sure. Like anything, as far as they'll start out, and then a lot of duplicates happen and people copy it. And so,
Yeah.
no, there's all different kinds of brands.
Probably Apple has some.
Oh, I'm sure Apple has some. And Samsung, I believe.
And
has them too.
Samsung, yeah, probably. Probably they have some of those. And probably every brand has them now. I don't know for sure, but there might be. Now, what about people who still drive? Do we have anything for them, Patti?
One of the things that my husband got me because
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
I won't connect my phone to the audio in my car. I don't know why, but I just don't. So he bought me a hands-free, but you put it in your cup holder. But if you have different things that you put in your cup holder, I wanted a different type. So I have the kind that clips on to the vent. But anything so that you don't have to, hold your phone, it drops on your lap, it drops on the floor. So it's holding your phone steady. And you're hands-free when you're driving and talking.
Kind of like a phone moto kind of thing.
Yes.
So you know what I saw on Shark Tank once? It was called a sauce moto.
Oh,
And
you told me about that.
Some guys invented a little thing that they clipped onto the vent of their car, and it was the right size to put your McNugget sauce in. And nobody bought it on Shark Tank, but it gave me a great idea, and I came up with some great ideas. But it was a little sauce moto. So I always think about things that are attached now to the vent of your car, all the things you can do.
Yeah.
I never bought a sauce moto, but
Another company you can start.
another company we could say, well, but those guys already had the idea, so I'll have to go back and see if they ever did anything with it. But that's a good idea. I wonder what else they have that you could hook onto the vent of your car. Any other ideas? Probably, well,
Nothing's coming
your
to mind.
phones, right? Your phones.
Oh yeah, with
your
the clips
phones
and stuff.
And your
Yeah,
clips.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And probably map things. Maybe there's like some special GPS,
Oh,
things
like
that-
a
like a Garmin.
Yeah, a
maybe.
Garmin,
A Garmin, something like that.
or
you
that
can-
I've seen the Garmin's where they have like a sticky bottom, so you put it on your dashboard.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I worry about with our older adults, we need to make sure that they can pay attention.
Yes.
Right.
Not get too sidetracked.
Right. Maybe just listen to that girl's voice that says, turn left for the next 50 feet. Right?
That's it.
That's a good idea. All right. Now here's what everybody needs. I don't know how old you are, what stage you're in your life. Everybody in the world should have an extra power bank.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't you
100%.
think? Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
Yours
We
is
do.
pretty big. Yours is a
Mine's
very
big.
large
Oh, we
one.
bought one that's like this big, didn't we? Once we were going,
Yeah,
four of
we're
us
going to
were going.
Arizona.
Yeah, we were going to ride to Arizona, and so we had to have one that was big enough for 4 women's phones, right? Was pretty big.
But they do have little ones, and they're like $25.
They do, yes. And you can, so that way, if they're out walking, they're at a concert, they're at a baseball game, they will never run out of juice on their phone.
Yep, that's
They'll
true.
always have juice.
Yep.
And they can always make a call. But that's really not just for fun, Patty. That's really for safety, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes, it is.
I never want anyone to be without a charged phone. I think anyone who has a phone should have an extra charger all the time.
It's in their best interest.
I don't want anyone to ever say, oh, I needed to call you, but my phone was dead.
Yep.
That's terrible. So I worry about that for my grandchildren also. I'm sure you do too, right?
I don't think that they ever let that thing go dead.
No, I try not to. I try not to. That's very important because having extra power is always a safe thing to do. I always think, when I hear of things happen in the world and somebody was able to make a phone call, and because they could make a phone call, they were saved or something like that. That's kind of an extreme, but still, everyone should have an extra power bank. So let's talk about how that works. So some of them are small, like about the size of like a phone or even a cigarette pack kind of thing. And then the idea is that you charge that anytime. Keep that charged. When you go somewhere, you stick it in your purse. And then if your phone runs out of juice, then you just stick it into that power bank.
Yes,
Right.
or the connection with the cord.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, you can do that also. And it's great if you go to meetings, go to conventions like we do a lot. Good thing. Great. So everybody should have a power bank, and you can get those on Amazon. You can get them at the Verizon store.
Oh,
You get
Apple
them
Store.
Apple
Yeah,
Store.
you
Apple,
can get 'em
sure, and the
everywhere.
Apple Store. They should for sure have those. They have those too. All right. Now, what about walking? What can we do for people who want to carry stuff with them when they walk?
Well, they can have, there's the fanny packs. I personally like the day packs, as far as that you can put, like a backpack, but it's a day pack. Or people I see with the fanny packs, that they have the zipper, and you can put in your phone, you can put in some money, even
Gotta have money.
sunglasses.
Gotta take a little
Yep.
money.
Yep, unless
You
do
might need
Apple
an
Pay.
ice cream. Oh yeah,
That's true.
Apple Pay. Yeah. But then your phone has to be charged.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
sure your
So it all
phone's
goes back around to the phone.
Yeah, it does. Yep. So what exactly is a day pack versus a backpack?
Well, day packs, the backpack is larger, and so it's what you use for the kids use for school or traveling, and so it's it's a pretty good size. A day pack is a lot smaller.
Okay.
And you put it over your shoulders, or there's some just like a backpack, it'll have the crossing of the straps, or you can just do one over your shoulder, kind of like a purse.
And here's some of those noise canceling. Do you think Santa ever uses these on Christmas when he's got all that noise outside?
I picture that he probably could.
He could. Okay, so you just put these on there when you're flying, right, in the airplane, and then it takes the noise out.
It takes the noise out.
That sound of the engines outside is gone.
And the people talking and the babies crying.
Or you can still hear, but you don't hear the.
Well, it depends. If you have a sound in there, because the white noise, then you would be able to hear.
And I think you just flip it right here on the side.
Oh, there you go.
Right, and then it turns it off, so you can sleep on the airplane too. You don't want to sleep when you're walking.
No,
No, we don't
hopefully
do
not.
Okay, there we go. Now, Patty, I have this little mini backpack. Would you call this a day pack?
Yes, I would. A lot of
Well, that's good, Patty.
See, you
That
already
makes
had
me
it here.
feel so happy.
You already had it here. They have them smaller too, but this is a good size. It's just stuff to put in a shirt, a lightweight jacket, a bottle of water, whatever else you're going to use just for the day. But yeah, that's one of the day packs.
Good. It's a little bigger if you need like a bottle of water. A fanny pack
Yeah.
doesn't really take a bottle of water.
No.
Great. Okay, good. Well, I'll use this. Patty, one of the things I struggle with is having a messy trunk in my car. Drives my husband crazy. Do you think there's any presents that could help me?
a car trunk organizer, because my
Whoa.
husband doesn't like my car either.
Oh,
So, but they have different sizes, which is great because I did check them out. So they have little ones. They have 2 compartments, single compartment, 3 compartment, 4 compartment. So they have whatever size that you need.
You know, the other thing I've seen, Patty, is an organizer that fits between the seats of your car. Have you seen those?
I have seen them. I've not had them. A lot of stuff does drop down in there, and it's hard to recover it because you have to move the seats back and forth, dig your hand in, but I haven't used it. I have seen commercials on it.
Would be like a chair moto. Right?
No, it's the, what is that thing? The dip moto?
Oh yeah, sauce moto. Yeah, that's true.
But that's kind of the same
That's
thing,
true.
yes.
You know, another thing I saw, Patty, that I thought was a great idea, and I see all these ads for it, so it must be a good idea because everybody's got an ad for it, right?
That's
Everybody's
true.
saying you should
That's
buy it
true.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's an air moto, and it's this little thing about the size of a flip phone, and you use it to pump your tire up.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Well, and then you haven't been looking on the internet enough. Because at Christmas, they always talk about you should buy an air moto. And I don't know what the word moto adding to something does for it, but everybody loves to have something moto. So if you want something moto, an air moto, and it's about this size, and when you have a flat tire, you just plug it right in and it pumps up your tire.
I think that's what my husband, it's not a moto one, but I think that's what my husband got me. It was some kind of tire pressure when we went to Arizona.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
got
I
it
took the
just in
car
case.
charger, you took the tire charger. And that was a good, we were good
Yeah, well,
pair.
you had that battery. That
Yeah,
was
we were a good pair, weren't we? And then, yeah, that was great. Good idea. All right, good. So we've got the car taken care of. Car trunk organizer. Okay, a large screen tablet. I mean, everybody should have a tablet. So is a tablet kind of what used to be an iPad?
Yes,
The same thing.
Apple.
Apple.
Apple came out, and then it's Samsung,
Sure.
and then Google, so they all have them now.
And so the tablet actually, they call it that because you can write on it with a stylus type of pen. And then you can read books on it.
You can read books, you can watch movies, you know, you can work from it. Some even have keyboards that you can attach.
Oh, good.
So yeah,
So you can work.
one
and-
size does not fit all.
Okay,
You can
good,
do different
good.
things.
That's great. So, and that's the thing that people put on their trays in the airport
Yes, yes,
because some people's laptops are too big.
yes, yes.
That's a great idea. Good. And then if you have a large screen, then you can also get larger print so an older person can read it easier.
Yep, yep. I know my grandson's aunt, our son bought her the tablet, and so she was able to do the large because she's got macular degeneration.
Aw.
So she's able to read because of that. You can enlarge the type.
Oh, the type. That's a
Yeah,
great idea.
yeah.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Now, for people who do like to walk and go places, I saw recently, Patty, a directory of all the walking paths in Orange County, California, which is where we live. So for people who may not know that we live here, and it had all of the walking paths. And there were several around here where I lived that I didn't even know really existed. I knew the one by the Back Bay, but then there was another one was just a mile or so.
And I bet you, if you looked online, that there's probably an app. There's probably an app for, you know, the 7 best trails. There's an app for, you know, the hard, the easy, the medium trails and stuff.
But for people who don't have an app and they're not quite
Yeah.
that sophisticated from
Yeah,
a tech
yeah.
standpoint, where could they get that information?
Well, you know, Barnes & Noble or a bookstore or Amazon, I know that they would sell maps for different things.
I'll bet you they could get it online too.
I know they could.
On
You
the
could get
internet.
anything online.
Yeah. They could do that. So if any of you like to walk and just not quite sure where you want to go, or you know you've got parents or older adults in your family or your friends who like to walk, why not give them a gift of walking pads?
I love
What a
that.
great idea. Great idea. How about a watch? I heard there's a watch that will detect if people fall. And that is really important.
That's
so important, Patty.
That is important. And, you know, they have, you know, the smartwatches that do a lot of, you know, the heart tracking, they do the miles you walk, the fall prevention. Some even do as far as tracking as far as what you do every day. Because if your mom or dad's at home, but they're not leaving at 8 o'clock like they normally do, you'll get an alert. There's all different kinds of,
And they do that on their watch?
everything's on the watch.
Wow, what a great idea. Do you know, is it only an Apple Watch?
No, Apple's got the best. Garmin has another one.
Oh.
But I know that there's other watches.
It's probably apps.
Yeah. Well,
apps.
the watches themselves,
Watches have apps, Yep, they do.
Yes, the apps on the watch.
That's a good idea because, we talked about having your phone always charged. And what if something happens that someone falls and they need help?
Or if they're at home. So
Oh,
if they're
that's
not
true, too.
as stable. I know different people that have fallen, they don't wear the necklace things because they're so ugly. And so the watch would be the second thing that they could use. But people don't want to wear those things around their neck.
I know, I don't like having anything around my neck, but I wouldn't mind wearing a watch.
Well, people, when they wear the thing around the neck, they feel that they're old.
Oh, nobody
Because
wants
only
to be
old people use those.
Oh, nobody wants to be old.
No.
Nobody wants to feel old. Let's
No.
just put it that way.
Yes,
We
so
can't
a
help
watch-
if we're going to be old, but we can help if we're
Feel old.
feel old.
That's right.
What about people who like to go places, they like to do things, but their kids never know what to do for them? Because it's hard to buy somebody a gift, a trip, because you don't really know where they want to go or when they want to go. It's kind of hard to, to plan ahead for somebody else. What do you think would be a good idea? What could they do for people like us?
Well, one of the things I just saw was that they can buy packages. They're by different types of, you can buy it by area, you have a budget, so you can stay with a budget, but it's companies that'll actually, one had, it said 900 different options for them
Wow.
to look at. So it's, what kind of travel, where are they gonna go? Are they gonna go in a hotel? Are they gonna go in Airbnb? So they have packages. So you can give them as far as, whatever, a certificate from that company.
That's a great idea. And of course, Airbnb does do gift cards also. We have some Airbnb properties that we represent. So actually, they're properties we represent and we happen to advertise on Airbnb. Let's make sure we make that clarification. They're not Airbnb properties. And that's always a good idea. People do come and they say they're using their gift cards from Airbnb. They use them, because now I think you can even buy them at the gift card rack in the grocery store.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yep,
You can
so
buy
you can do that.
anything.
Yep. Don't know what to do, but you know that your family member, your older adult in your family likes to do something, they're active, give them just a gift certificate to do something. And then they can choose what they want to do on their own. Trains are a great option also. Going on a train ride is a great
I love
Great
going
thing
on
to do.
train rides.
So here in Orange County and in the Los Angeles area, we have a lot of museums, but they're all not huge museums. It's not like the Museum of National History or something. So I think that I've found that I've enjoyed some of the experiences I've had at those. Here in Orange County, we have the Bowers Museum, and they have exhibits like from from Egypt, the guys with the small warriors, and we've got the Nixon Museum, and we have even Sherman Gardens, and they have programs all year round.
I do.
So those, I think, and most of those have a program where you can, our subscription for the Sherman Gardens is, we just got a notice today it's going to expire, so we have to sign up again for that. And we enjoyed it because there were things that they do throughout the year. But also, we should tell people about our big secret. What's the one we really love?
I don't know. I like a lot of them. Which
Oh,
one
what
are
did
you
we do
thinking?
last night? Go to the movies.
that was
yes.
fun. That was fun.
The
That was
Orange
fun.
County Film Society has got to be the best deal in town. If you know anybody that likes to go to the movies, it is the best. You can buy an individual membership or you can buy one for couples, and it's not very much because throughout the year they have special movies. Like last night we got to see Hamnet.
Which is great.
Absolutely phenomenal. Supposed to win the Academy Award for next year, and probably will. The acting was phenomenal. So they have pre-release movies, and then sometimes the director is there, or the writer, or the producer, and it's a question and answer period. Plus, you get discounts to the event every year, where they have the movies come out before competition. So it's a great gift if anyone has adults that like. And so those movies are free. Once you have your Orange County Film Society membership, all those movies throughout the year. Some months we go to at least 2 movies from them. Some months it's 1 movie. It's a great deal. So you can get that, and you get free movies for the year. You get a discount on your event tickets. It's a great thing. Don't forget that. And also Sherman Gardens has a membership That's not very much. And then they have programs throughout the year that you're allowed to come to, special events.
Isn't it the Newport Beach Film Festival?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is the Newport Beach Film Festival. And they have all kinds of events, so you don't want to miss out on that.
They just need to work on their popcorn machine.
Their popcorn machine was broken
Their
last
popcorn
night.
last
How can
night.
anybody, and how can any movie theater let their popcorn machine break? But I'm sure that it'll be up
It'll
and
be
running
fixed,
for
that's
all
right.
the Christmas movies they have coming. And we need to give them a plug because the Lido Theater here in Newport Beach
It
is
is
a phenomenal
beautiful.
venue.
You would love it.
Phenomenal venue, so everyone should go there. All right, so Patti, now we've got memberships, a digital picture frame. What's the advantage to having a digital picture frame versus a regular picture frame?
Well, nowadays you can download them from the computer. You have different shots all the time. You can send them to your parents. The kids can send it to their parents. You know, just being up to date on just different activities or different memories.
So while we're out traveling and doing whatever we want to do, we can send pictures home to mom.
Yep, you can.
And mom can see instantly right
That's
there on her
right.
picture frame.
And then she can call you.
She can call me. She can, absolutely. She can do that. That's wonderful. And also if people like being fit and working out, what do you suggest?
Well, there's different memberships. I know that the different, with Medicare, that you get silver sneakers, or there's other programs with LA Fitness and stuff. But if they don't have that program, the memberships themselves aren't that expensive. And they're always having just some type of sale.
Well, let's talk about those wine trips we talked about.
Oh, let's.
We happen to be in an area where we have close proximity to wineries, don't we? Because we have wineries in Temecula, which is only about an hour and a half close by.
Yep.
Great wines there. But also we have wines just a couple hours north of us in Santa Barbara, in what's called the Central Coast, in the Pismo Beach area, Santa Barbara, all in that area, and then up into Santa Rosa and the Napa Valley. And we are so lucky. And the Central Coast is great because they're not really expensive wines. A lot of Pinots there, Pinot Noir. So that's easy for us, easy drinkers, people who don't like maybe Cabernet because it's so heavy. And it's not quite as expensive as Napa Valley. We know that. And the Wine Exchange, and now Spectrum Wines, who's our sponsor, has taught us all that because they're on our show every quarter. And we learn from Kyle Meyer all of the great buys in wines. We want to give Kyle a plug today. And by the way, you can go to Spectrum Wines in Santa Ana and buy some very, very, very affordable wines. He was telling me last time he interviewed with us, Patti, that some great wines are really selling for 50% of normal value right now because wine sales are down a little bit. And if you see something you like, you can go get some of that wine for 50%. I saw yesterday one that was a 95% wine, 95-point wine, and it was half price.
Wow. I'm going to have to get over there.
You have to get over there. So if anybody knows anyone who likes wine, but you think you only have to buy expensive wines, you don't, visit the Wine Exchange and and Spectrum Wines, that's for sure. And then they'll help you plan your little trip also, and we can give you some suggestions as well. And if you want to go, of course, overseas, you can go to Argentina, to Spain, to Portugal, to Italy, to France, of course, to France. Lots of wine.
They even have wine in Tasmania.
Oh, well, my goodness, I didn't know that. I'm so glad you shared that with us. So if anyone who's listening or viewing is interested in going to Tasmania for a wine event, Patti probably could give you some tips.
They're screw top bottles.
Oh, well, that's okay. We've got a lot of good wines that are screwed up. Well, and we talked about the light rolling suitcase that you have. That's a wonderful thing. And of course, we need walking shoes. But let's talk a little bit about people who like to cook. Is there any place where you can, maybe give them cooking lessons?
Oh, there's all kinds. And a lot of the community, for each city, they have a community newsletter. A lot of them do different cooking classes for $40. Different restaurants are starting to offer them. Williams-Sonoma, that they have cooking classes. And I just looked up some for my husband and I, and there's some in Santa Ana. Of course, I can't remember the name now. But they offer a calendar full of, Thai food, Italian food. You're making it from
should
scratch.
share that. Yeah, if you can find that, we'll give it to our listeners
yeah.
and our viewers and let them have that link.
Yeah,
That'd be
no,
great.
and it's really pretty expensive or inexpensive. So it would be a great thing. But need to talk to my husband.
And okay, we'll have to ask him. At Sur La Table also,
Yes, they do have
some.
that.
So you can buy, our children bought us a gift card, and that way we could go to whatever event we wanted.
Yep.
So it was great. We had lots of choices.
No, they are nice.
And we talked about local theater and concerts. Also, we have a myriad of those here. We have the Performing Arts Center, we have Pacific Chorale, we have the Pacific Symphony, we have Broadway quality shows that come here, but also the Cerritos Center for the Performing
That's a
Arts.
great one.
La Mirada has
Yeah.
an excellent
And
one
Laguna.
also.
Laguna Playhouse.
Absolutely. And of course, the Laguna Arts Festival every summer.
Every summer.
So much is going on here. So if there's anything you think someone would be interested in, those are great gift certificates as well. And then I think the other thing is, what about for people who are academics? They like to learn new things.
Oh, there's all kinds of things online anymore. You know, just even different apps that we've seen. You know, there's one called Loop, and so you can, if you want to take a cooking class in Italy, then it would be.
I'd like to do that.
But remember that it was the cooking class in Italy. It's knitting groups, and so you kind of find your own type of group, your own type of people.
And you just watch it on television.
You just watch it on television.
What a
They'll have it
great
at a
idea.
certain time, and then you just tune into it.
But there's also a program called Masterclass.
Oh yes, they have a lot of those.
And Audible, of course.
Yes.
But Masterclass is a program that you can subscribe to, and then you can listen to some of the world's best scientists or people who are entrepreneurs or artists or anything at all, curators of museums.
Yep.
And it's all called a Masterclass level, and great programs. Patti, this has been really fun. I want some of these gifts. What about you?
I think I'll have to talk to my husband.
I think so.
I want that wine tour.
The wine tour. Where would you go?
Paso.
Oh, Paso Robles.
Yeah.
Great place to go.
We love Paso.
Oh, we need to go there. We should plan a little trip. Patti, I think one of the biggest challenges, beginning of the show, we talked about what to do for the active people, the ones that are raring to go and still have a lot of energy and the ability to go out and do things. But what about the people where we really just need to watch our budget? I think that's a real big challenge, and people never know what to do. What can I do for somebody without having to spend a lot of money? It's something that's really meaningful, you know, it's a good thing.
Well, I know, especially with the assisted livings that I go in, and not to say that it has to be for assisted living, but they love like light lap blankets. And even when we did the volunteering last year for, what is it called, the Smile Corporation?
Yes, Smile Makers.
So it was to pack those. They wanted track suits, and they wanted the lap blankets. And you can buy them the microfiber for, you know, I would say under $25, wouldn't you?
You can,
Yeah.
yes. They don't cost much, and you can get them online. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show one right here. So Patti, here's a couple of examples. Believe it or not, here is a little lap blanket that has a map from the Netherlands, because my husband is from Holland, and they found this online on Etsy, and you can go there, and what a great memory gift for someone.
That is.
Right?
I love
This
that.
little gift with a map of the country of the Netherlands right here. And so it says it from a division of the National Geographic, and they had it ordered. You
I
can
love
get them
that.
from anywhere. Isn't that a nice
That's
idea
really
for a
nice.
gift?
And you can get personalized one on Etsy
can.
too. You can get your grandchildren's faces. You can get your dog's face.
Dog's faces
You
on
can
your
get it-
pajamas too.
That's
Get
true.
your dog's
You
face
can-
on your
You
pajamas.
can get them on your socks too.
Good, yes. Well, how about we don't? But if you want to, you can.
You can,
Right?
you can.
That's a great idea. So there's a couple of ideas for lap blankets. And yes, I think there's something, Patti, at least for me, there's something about being cozy, isn't it?
I
Being
just-
warm and
yeah.
cozy.
It's better if I have rain and some hot cocoa and then cozy, but just to have a blanket over me, it just makes me feel good. And the next thing on our list is non-skid fuzzy socks.
Oh yes, everyone should have some, especially if you have wood floors. And a lot of times in assisted living communities, they either have wood floors or laminate floors or tile floors. So it's so important, again, with that same thing about aging in place wherever you are, that you're safe. So don't hesitate to buy your family members socks. We love socks in this house. We love to wear socks, but we also like the non-skid, so that who's ever wearing them doesn't slip and fall. Kind of the same thing as you shouldn't buy them rugs.
That's true, because then they can trip, and
That's
then
right.
they'll never go home again.
That's right. That would not be good. I saw one, Patti, on the internet this week that you set the pad of the grip of the opener on the top of the jar, and it fits to the size of the jar lid, and then you could twist it open. Isn't that great?
I've never heard it that way.
It didn't twist for you, but it would grab the size of the jar lid, and I thought that was brilliant. I sure could
Wow.
use one of those.
Mine's a non-tech.
Yeah.
It's just the old one. It's
I
like
know, but
10
that would
years
be
old.
one of those great white elephant gifts, you know,
It would.
that somebody would actually like to have and take home with them.
It would.
Great idea. So what else have you got for under $25?
We have the long-handled bath sponge.
So do people really use those? Some of those things with a long stick and a brush on the back?
Well, it depends. It just, it's hard to get your back. And,
I know,
as
that's
you
true.
age, you might
But
even be taking, less showers, and you just want to really scrub yourself good.
Now, one of the things I saw, someone actually recommended that we have anti-slip things that you put on the tub. Not a whole mat, but just little,
Yep.
like
Yep.
sticking things.
Yeah, they have flowers. They have all different kinds of things. Or they just have strips that you can
Oh,
use too.
you could use that.
But
That
I
would be
highly
kind of warm.
recommend that. That's how I broke my ribs.
You did?
In slipping, we used our guest bath because we were having some work done, and I was going ready to take a shower, and it came on cold, and
Oh.
I broke a couple of ribs, bruised the rest of them. So I never knew because it's the guest bathroom.
Right,
So-
you never use it.
No, I never
Oh my
use
gosh.
it. So now I have slip pads.
So that has to do with safety factors,
Oh, yeah,
right? One of
yeah,
those things, we want to
yeah.
keep people safe for sure. All right, so for those of you who are listening, you're looking for gifts for people under $25 who are older. They love little lap blankets. They love fuzzy socks. I love fuzzy socks. Non-skid is good. A soft grip jar opener, good deal. And realtors hand those out all the time,
All
don't
the
they?
time.
With their numbers. So if you don't have a realtor in your neighborhood that hands them out, just give us a call. We'll be glad to send one to you. Patty has one. I have one. And a long-handled bath sponge. All right, we got one of those scratchers. And anti-slip bath treads. Okay. Now, what if you want to be healthy, Patty? We want our loved ones to be healthy. So what can we do for them?
Well, the therapy balls, as far as, people use tennis balls. I've had rubber balls. You can do different sizes because it'll work different muscle groups as far as in your
Oh,
hand.
really?
And even I went to a store called On the Mend today, which sells a lot of things for mobility and also for ease for seniors. But they had a whole thing of tennis balls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to that store before. I didn't see tennis balls.
Yeah, it's like they have a whole area.
A rack for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. We're talking about stage, not age here. And so there are a lot of people who still like to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they don't go out so much, but they want to be active. So what do we have for them?
Well, a couple of things. All right, so we have different games, and I've given these out at assisted living too, but just simple puzzles, and it's good for, just kind of the memory, but it's also just fun to do. Just keeps you active mentally.
And those are made for adults?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I bought them, and I think I was looking in the dementia category, and so
Oh my
that's what
goodness.
this came.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Then this one, it's an activity. It's coloring, which I love to color, just it calms me down. Fill in the blanks. It's got crossword puzzles. It's got all different kinds of activities just to keep you kind of mentally alert and just to, they're fun. Oh, math, I wouldn't like that. But it's got all kinds of stuff to do. And then the other one, I've bought several of these and given them out. These are dementia puzzles, and the reason
Oh,
is,
tell me what that is. What
It's-
does that mean, Patty?
well, it just means it's easy, so that they don't get frustrated. So this is 35 pieces. I think I've seen
Oh.
them even 15 pieces. And so a lot of them, they're beautiful scenes, but see, it's early stage. It'll even show the different stages. But what it does, it just, what it says here is builds pride and purpose, boosts independence, and, it's just good for the motor skills and stuff.
Okay, so puzzles, that's a good thing. So whether someone's in assisted living, whether they have dementia or not, everybody can find a puzzle.
Always can find a puzzle.
Great idea.
Yep, and you can buy those in different gift stores, online, of course, Amazon. I think that's where I got all of those.
Apple probably has some.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure that they're
And
IT.
Costco has some. So Costco has great puzzles, especially at
That's
Christmas.
true.
They have them with major cities in the world, so we always get one of some place that we've been. We don't have any here, but we did have some. Yep, great idea. Puzzles, love puzzles.
And then the game of life.
Oh.
This is a special edition, and so it's multi-generational. So it goes all the way from the little kids to grandpa and grandma.
So we can play games, and any other games that you think of that you've seen in assisted living? Bingo. They love bingo.
Bingo, they
Bingo's
love.
a big game.
Yeah,
Big
they
game.
love bingo.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen people who like things that are a little bit brain teasers, or they're word puzzles, or like that Sudoku. You can get those in big books, big
Yeah,
like crossword puzzles.
I can't do those. I've tried.
Oh, really? Oh, I'll help you with that one.
Okay.
I'm not good at crossword puzzles. My dad was, but he's not with us any longer. But we like those. So for people who, and then there's games like, trivia type things, but that are easier than others. So I would encourage people to engage with these other people in your family with games too, as well.
And they
games.
do have apps for those.
They do.
Yeah.
Good. Apple apps.
Yeah.
All right.
Regular apps.
Now, what if people need a little bit of technology to make their life easier?
Well, I agree with this extra long phone charging cables.
Yes.
Because a lot of times they're too short.
A lot of times, for our viewers and our listeners, our charging cord isn't long enough today, so we are guilty. So you need an extra long charging cable. Never let anyone be, I beg you, never let anyone be with a phone that isn't charged. Make sure they have a charger in the living room, they have a charger in their bedroom, that if they ever leave the house, that they have a charger in their purse.
And a car.
And the car. Now, I just want to say, Patti, that meaning that you lose your keys doesn't mean that you got old.
No.
Because some of us lose our keys when we're not really, really, really old.
That is true. I've done it for years.
Age has nothing to do with losing your keys. If you lose your keys, that doesn't mean you have dementia. So don't let anybody tell you that you do. It's not true. Okay? We all lose our keys. So what can we do to help us keep our keys close by?
What my kids told me is to get the tags, air tags.
Air tag.
But they have some.
Tag moto.
That's right, Tagmoto. But yeah, it's tags that you put. I know the Apple ones are $25.
Now a book light, a little mini LED book light. Is that kind of like a page marker kind of thing that you can clip it on the pages and it hangs over the phone, or how does that work?
The kind that I used to have before I got my Kindle, that's what it was. They kind of collapse and then you open it up and it slips right on the page.
Now, what about luxury items? We have any things to make us feel good? Like, how about some teas or anything like that? And people who are older and at home by themselves, especially if they are by themselves, they like to try new things. So I think trying some new teas, I don't know if it's under $25, but Paul McCartney's mom, Angie, has Mrs. McCartney's teas. So maybe we could put those in our link right here where people can find those. And what shows up again? A long phone charging cable. It's in there again twice, so that means it's really an important item. Okay, now what about people who garden? Are there any ideas for people who garden?
A couple of things. One is those knee pads. I need one. But they also have gardening. It's not a stool, but it is kind of a cross between a walker, but they get down, it's got a tray that they can put their gardening tools on. But when they get up, if they're not as agile, then it's handles that can help them get up.
Oh, that's a good idea. Kind of like braces them when they want to get up.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea. We were talking about cooking and trying to be safe at home. I know that there's this new thing, Patti, about you're not supposed to use plastic or the T word, plastic containers anymore. So what are people supposed to be doing? And does any of that fit in the under 25 category?
Oh, sure. There's a couple of different kinds of glass. There's glass you can put in the microwave, but there's glass that you can cook in. But there's also glass, what I just found out is you can freeze your items. Because a lot of times when you're trying to freeze something, you're putting it in plastic to freeze it.
You know, I was at a lady's house about a year ago and we got special cookies, remember, for our event? And at her house, she was making cloth literally dipped in beeswax. And when she used it, you think it would be sticky, but you form whatever you put inside this cloth bag with your hands, and as soon as you take your hands off of that beeswax, it all goes off your hand.
Wow.
So she was using these pieces of cloth dipped in beeswax to hold things instead of using saran wrap and things.
Really?
It was
That's
amazing,
interesting.
and you can wash it. One thing I saw that I thought sounded so good is a microwavable heating pad. I like to be warm and I like to be cozy. I'm a cozy girl.
I like that.
And here I see a list also for something for a deck of conversation cards. So kind of as trivia cards. And of course a moisturizing lotion set if anybody wants one of those. And a jar gripper.
Jar gripper.
Right, don't forget the jar gripper.
Well, they also have, going back to plastic, they have plastic ones that it's kind of like a wrench.
So now we've kind of gone through our list of $25 and under.
Oh, can I say one thing? So the motion sensor nightlight, those are, so many falls happen in the bedroom because it's dark. A lot of people, maybe for their grandkids, they'll have the night lights, but something like that would be really good to have. And there's also a motion sensor. It's really cheap. It's like $9 on Amazon.
Motion sensor lighting is so important. Back to aging in place, it's so important. Alrighty, so I saw a few things that you put on here. Patti, you put something, a memory lane personalized video. Talk about that. What would that be?
Well, I think you had one too, that there's companies that do that. But I have a friend that has early onset dementia. And so what we're hoping to do is that she can videotape for each grandchild and child when you were 15, when you were 16, when you turned 21. And so it's kind of a video of you, talking to them. So in the future that they could look at it. Mm-hmm. They do, one thing they do have and they sell is books. So you can record it in your voice, like to your grandchild or to your children. So you're reading the book, but you're not there, and it's your voice reading it. So that's another good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, technology.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, my mom every year from my brother and sister-in-law gets a Harry and David Fruit of the Month Club. Now, it used to be we'd think those monthly things were pretty hokey, but that Harry and David Fruit of the Month Club is really good. I know we all look forward to the season when she gets pears. We love the pears.
And they're good pears.
They are good. They are good. How Harry and David has this monopoly on good fruit, I'm not sure how they do that, but they do. They do. They have great fruit.
Well, they have great products because I use the same Harry and David, but it was for my sister-in-law that turned 60. And so I sent her Flower of the Month Club. And, and it was for her garden. And so she did it for, I did it for my husband and I did it for 6 months. So every month she got a new perennial that she was able to keep, and they bloom year after year. They have great stuff.
That's amazing. They do. Great. Yeah, they do. And we also recommend that people want to give a gift and you just can't think of anything and you're not always close by. There is a company called Lynch Creek Farms in Washington that sends live Christmas wreaths and Christmas centerpieces. And I give them to clients every year.
Oh, I love that.
And they're wonderful gifts and they're not very expensive. They're right in the $50 range, $50, $60 range. They're live wreaths, live centerpieces, and so they smell really good.
And you're going to have the link on the...
We will. We'll put it on the link. It's for Lynch Creek.
I love that.
Lynch Creek. Patti, this has been delightful. What a fun day with you to go through all of these ideas. We're going to have another episode and we're going to talk about some specific things that we can do for people. They're a little bit more category. And, we just don't want to miss out without saying that everyone can always remember Godiva chocolates. Everyone loves Godiva chocolates and all the Facebook groups. And there's something else we're going to talk about. All the Facebook groups that we've seen, one of the things that every senior wants is chocolate. So good old Godiva, you can get them any size, any shape, any mix. They sell them at Costco. They sell them in the stores. Don't forget Godiva chocolate. And one thing we didn't talk about is the magnifying glass. This magnifying glass, everybody needs a magnifying glass. This one, very nice, happens to have a light in it, if it's still working. I'm not sure it does. Probably needs to be charged, but it is excellent. So make sure everyone has a magnifying glass. They have chocolate, they have chargers.
And a lap blanket.
And a lap blanket, and non-slip socks.
That's right.
Merry Christmas, everyone, to all of our listeners and viewers. We love you very much. We love your loyalty this year. Be sure to tell us what's on your Christmas list, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Always Ageless.